Hey guys, welcome back to another live stream. I'm 30 minutes late to the game, but we are starting off to a great start. Packers up 10 to 0. Buccaneers losing. We're in the second half, second quarter. Oh yeah, Tom Brady's in on the Buccaneers. Never knew. I forgot that he switched to the Buccaneers. In that Bears game, in the Bears game last Thursday night, Arians wishing that he had rested him so that he'd be further along for this game. Here's Jones trying to pick his way. And he's knocked down at the 48. Good block by Donovan Smith up front. A gain of 5 on first down. The Buccaneers scored the most points in the first quarter across the NFL. 48 coming in. They were shut out here today, 2nd and 5. Let's hope the Packers win. Probably with Tom Brady. It's gonna be a tough game. Gonna be a tough game. Brady throws. That play's not there at all. Right now, the Green Bay Packers are playing without Kevin King, who is inactive with a quad injury. So that comment below what team you're rooting for. 3rd down and 5 for this Tampa Bay offense. You were there too, Aaron. I'm sure you had a good listen to Tom Brady letting his offensive line hear it last time.
Yeah, standing right behind him. And of course, Bruce Arians telling us the barking gets a lot more attention than the patting on the back. I talked to Rob Gronkowski about this as well, and he said, not many players have the presence that Tom does. When he gets riled up, everybody listens, and you want to.
3rd down and 5. Pass is incomplete for Godwin. Put down.
Well, Tom's doing a little barking now because he doesn't like the way that route was run and the fact they're not able to pick that up on 3rd and 5. It was that one-on-one right there. It should have been a little bit easier to convert that than what it was. Chandon Sullivan was the one who was in coverage, and that should favor Godwin. And that's just a good example of two players that just have not had a lot of time together.
Ouch, that hurts.
Sorry about that.
Wrist injury to Tyler Irvin. Darius Shepard is back there, and hunting into the wind is Pinion, and a short one of 29 yards. They place the ball at the Green Bay 22. Back to work, Aaron Rodgers. He and the pack up 10.
Oh, the iPhone I want. I'm gonna get this.
State. What's going on the field and the system. Aaron Rodgers is very happy with the way things have worked out. Here, he's in trouble. Out to his right, finds Jones, and incomplete.
Well, they were roundly criticized when they drafted Jordan Love and did not go out and get a wide receiver to help Aaron Rodgers. They definitely needed one, and you see some of these quotes, and it's been a good marriage between these two. And I can tell you that, here you're without Devontae Adams, Allen Lazard. I mean, without bringing in really anybody to make a difference offensively, and yet here they are, the #1 scoring offense through 4 games. I mean, it's pretty ironic that that's the case, but yet it is. Now, why is that? Well, one is because you've got Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback, but the other part of that is Matt LaFleur and what he's done within this scheme in utilizing his personnel. It really has been brilliant. There's not a lot of offensive minds that could have done what he's done up to this point.
Rodgers has to throw it away again as he had Jason Pierre-Paul right in his face.
Threw it right out the bounds.
And now Tanyan a little shaken up after that last play.
Robert Tanyan coming off that huge game against Atlanta 2 weeks ago. You see, he just kind of stepped wrong, and I tell you what, Aaron Rodgers is going to hate it if he's lost this guy. He loves Robert Tanyan. In fact, he nicknamed him Bobby Tanyan, and people asked him, are you okay being called Bobby? He said, from Aaron Rodgers, he can call me whatever he wants. And every time he catches the ball, you see Rodgers, he's kind of smiling and laughing because he's just kind of taken Tanyan in since the first time he saw him and just loves the way he plays the game.
Pass is picked. Intercepted.
Come on. Tackle him. No.
Intercepted by Jamel Dean.
God dang it. Good score.
There's the first interception
What is this?
thrown by Aaron Rodgers this season, and it goes for a pick-6 for Dean.
Jamel Dean was just sitting out there reading Aaron Rodgers and sitting on the route. I mean, he's not threatened at all. He had no safety help either. I mean, Devontae Adams could have ran right by him. But he's just sitting on the route, anticipating it, and then he drives on it as soon as it comes out. Tampa Bay, they needed a play. And more times than not, going back to the second half of last season, when this team has needed something to happen, it's been the defense that has stepped up. They've been really, really good in creating takeaways, and they do really what great defenses do, and they score when they get them.
They came in, Tampa Bay, with 9 takeaways, tied for 4th most in the league.
Don't hit this field goal. Don't hit this field goal. No.
Packers team, as the extra point is
Didn't make it
good
in.
to make it 10-7. Had not given the ball away through the first 4 games. This a pick-6 and a 10-7 Packer lead.
10-7.
Last 157 pass attempts. That ends the longest active streak in the NFL. Packers were the 4th team in the Super Bowl era without a turnover through their first 4 games. And only the 2nd team to do that while going undefeated. Joining the 95 Rams. This one is into the end zone. And for good measure, it's Jamel Dean turning in the third career pick 6 against Aaron Rodgers.
There's Jordan Whitehead, the safety, but I don't think this is a cover 2, meaning that he's giving help exactly to the corner. I think it was a 4-cross zone look. And Jordan Whitehead's playing the inside receiver if he runs vertically. And Jamel Dean out there, he's sitting near the sticks on 3rd and 10, and he just reads it, undercuts it. Really a great job by Jamel Dean. Being able to get the Tampa Bay Buccaneers back into this ball game.
That's Jones in motion. Rodgers throws to him, hits him in stride, and Jones a nice gain on 1st down as he gets 6.
It's pretty deflating for an offense, really for a football team. When you've been controlling the first half here and you've got a 10-point lead, and
I'm even losing my
one snap
fantasy
later, all of a
football.
sudden it's a 3-point game.
Second and 4. Here's Jones on a toss. That is a brilliant play by Levante David. Came flying up and into the hole and dropped Jones, no gain.
Well, they're trying to get Lindsley up to Levante David, and he's just not able to get there. I mean, that's just the speed that David has coming off the edge. We've seen now Devin White make that play. We've seen Levante David make that play. This is a difficult, well, it's difficult to run the ball, period, as we've pointed out. There's an injury there to Antoine Winfield. Wide receiver routes.
With few exceptions, the Packers have taken the play clock down to about 1. Here's one broken up, another pick.
Oh, come on, come on.
Deflected and back
Tackle
is Mike
him,
Edwards
no,
just
come on,
into the
come
ball
on.
game, and he is down at the 2.
Right before the end zone. Wow.
Carlton Davis tipped it, and Mike Edwards, who took over for the injured Antoine Winfield Jr. on that play, gets the pick, his 2nd of the year.
Aaron Rodgers cannot believe this. They got a slant route. Devontae Adams was out there. Carlton Davis, he just, I think it was a clean play, too. I think Devontae Adams is looking for a flag, but pretty good play there by Carlton Davis. He's just playing him tight, covering him. Carlton Davis having a heck of a season.
What the hell?
At least of keeping him from getting in the end zone. Aaron Rodgers just giving
Good
him
job.
to make a play, but that's as safe a throw as you can have. The slant route, he's thrown a million of them, and now back-to-back interceptions.
He hadn't thrown one in 157 pass attempts, and now 2 interceptions in 3 passes. The word on Robert Tonyan, his big tight end. He's now out of that medical tent. They're going to need him here in a moment. Touchdown!
Another touchdown for the Buccaneers. Now the Packers are losing.
The Buccaneers offense has barely had to do anything. It's been the defense, and this for Jones is touchdown run number 2.
That's that area in that defense for Green Bay where they're vulnerable. They call that the C gap. And against this look, against this defensive front, there's some weaknesses right there. They hit it for the touchdown. Didn't have far to go. But yeah, in a blink of an eye, without any real help from the offense, defense single-handedly has gotten Tampa Bay back in this game and with a lead.
Extra point is good. Back to the interception. Threw only 4 during the regular season last year. He's thrown 2 over his last 3 throws. Bucks punch it in and lead by 4.
Don't let the comfort fool you. Don't let the attention to detail lead you to believe that a Honda is a delicate machine. You'd be wrong.
nice shot of Tampa, Florida, and this is a sports hotbed these days, home of the Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa Bay Rays are headed to the World Series, which starts on Fox on Tuesday night. Second time the Rays have been in it, first time since '08. The Bucs have a lead. They have Tom Brady, and they have a record of 3-2. And Super Bowl 55 will be here in this stadium this upcoming February. Speaking of baseball tonight after football, the Dodgers trying to complete the comeback after being down 3-1, while the Braves try to clinch their first trip to the World Series in over 20 years. Game 7 of the NLCS tonight after the OT right here on Fox and simulcast on FS1.
I feel like I should give an apology to John Smoltz. I mean, I'm taking his play-by-play guy away from him, away from baseball, traveling with me here to Tampa. Thank you.
Yeah, well, he is.
Sorry, Smoltz.
He's in good hands with Joe Davis in a matchup of Dustin May, the surprise starter, and Ian Anderson. Smoltz is watching, I promise. Pass is caught out of the backfield. It's Aaron Jones downfield for a big one. Knocked out by Davis for 23.
It was so good. He comes in motion all the way across, and then he runs the wheel route right up the sideline. They totally turn him loose. And this is a part of this scheme. That's the first time we've really seen much. They try to make you defend every blade of grass on this field. The way that they call the plays and stretch you out, that was good work.
Well, a challenge flag has been thrown. The ball moving. That is a challenge from Bruce Arians, and there's reason to do it. We'll get the call when we come back.
Delivery now.
Oh, and we are back.
Well, a successful challenge for Bruce Arians. They overturned the call during the break. It was there, the hit, delivered by Carlton Davis, the bobble, and he was out of bounds. And Arians now 3 for 3 on challenges this season.
Yeah, Aaron Jones pretty frustrated in himself, not being able to secure that. Rodgers saw it a little bit late. The ball was a little late in there, one that he obviously should have caught, but I tell you, Carlton Davis had himself a nice first half for a guy who was a little bit of a question mark coming into this game.
Good to see Robert Tonyan back out there for the Packers. 2nd and 10. Pass wide open. Lewis, and Rodgers missed him. Mercedes Lewis right down the center of the field. Rodgers, I think, is looking for a flag on the hit, but he missed a wide-open tight end.
Oh, my gosh. The safety immediately takes off. I mean, Mercedes Lewis hits his head on the goalpost if he catches this in stride. I mean, there's just nobody there. I mean, you'll hear me say a lot. You don't get more open than that. That's about as open as I've ever seen in the NFL. I mean, that's pretty crazy. And Rodgers just does not generally miss those, but you throw a couple interceptions and it gets in your head a little bit. You know, you start trying to guide things. You don't trust it quite as much.
3rd down and 10, the pass to nobody.
They're looking for a flag. Tampa Bay screaming over there on the sidelines. They brought the blitz.
And they're going to get together and discuss whether this should be grounding. He was under pressure by Sean Murphy Bunting, who came on a blitz.
Yeah, the only question is, was he outside the pocket? I'm not sure he was, because there was no receiver in the area.
Mike Pereira tells us in our ears, and yes, we have that.
Yeah, that's intentional grounding.
Yeah, but they said that he was outside. Entirely. Scott, just his 8th punt of the season. We got to race over to another area. That's watching one. 3 we
I'm back.
for 4 seconds.
People only
It is a fire drill. Here is Gronkowski with a catch, and he takes it into Packer territory.
Let me know in the comments below if the live stream is working. The comments, comment below if it works. The last live stream, it didn't really work because I had a settings turned off. So let me know in the comments below.
Underneath, not that he's going to cover Gronk, he's just trying to get into a lane, but
say like hey or hi or whatever.
Players and coaches through the first 5 games.
Again, that was to be expected as Jones carries over the right side, a gain of 2, limited work, really nothing before a truncated training camp, no preseason. You say it every week, everybody's tired of hearing it, but for a guy that's been in the same offense for 20 years to come here working with a new play caller, and that's Byron Leftwich, a new head coach who wants to throw the ball down the field instead of laterally and the intermediate stuff that he's used to, and different receivers. I mean, that's a big adjustment. On 2nd down, Jones, good tackle. In the open field, that's Jair Alexander, who is becoming one of the best corners in the NFL, a gain of 3.
We talked a little bit about it last Thursday when they played the Chicago Bears, and you know, one of the biggest difference, all the things that you just said, Joe, is that Tom Brady was accustomed to reading out a play from short to deep, whereas Arians has him reading things from deep to short, and that in itself is a huge adjustment for a quarterback.
Extra men on the rush. Brady gets hit, completes, and it's a 1st down. Flag comes down in the area where Brady went.
Oh, that was a flag.
A gain of 6, a 1st down, and Rashawn Gary may have grabbed a face mask.
Oh,
Face mask. Defense.
grab
2.
face
15
mask.
yard penalty. Automatic. 1st down.
see Brady. It looks like maybe he even got poked in the eye. Donovan Smith, the left tackle. Gary just forklifts him right back into Brady. Right there. And then that grab adds an extra 15 yards on it. But Brady now, you see him reaching for his eye. Just seems like he's going to be okay. But, yeah, as a quarterback, sometimes you get hit in the eye like that, and your eyes start watering, and you can't lock in and see as well as you'd like. You see that left eye watering the way that it is.
Play action from Brady. Gronk. A screen for the big tight end. And he's knocked down at the 20 by Josh Jackson, who got the start for the injured Kevin King.
Better look at it.
Sean Gary has been playing better and better, especially against the run. First-round pick from Michigan last year.
He has been playing good, Joey. He didn't play against Atlanta. He had that ankle injury, but he's the third edge rusher for them. They could use a little bit more out of Preston Smith too.
Jones makes a nice move.
Show TV.
He went right around Zadarius Smith. He's coming up with 3 sacks.
Not allowed to show the TV. It's copyright.
Preston Smith, who had 12
I'm gonna get
sacks last year
copyrighted.
that you mentioned,
I'll show clips of it if you want.
gain of 4 there by Jones.
Well, the one thing, this Packers defense, you look at the stats and you say, well, their run defense is pretty good, but it's only been good because they've had leads. And yet, when you really break it down, they're not very good against the run. And Mike Pettine's defenses generally aren't very good against the run. And Ronald Jones, as you talked about, he's had back-to-back 100-yard games. There's some things there that they can do.
They're down at 2, left alone, wide open, McCoy. First down, Tampa Bay, down near the 10. This the last couple with a bad ankle. Sorry, Troy, the 6-time Pro Bowler, gets 6.
I think LaShawn McCoy was surprised nobody was there. I mean, he caught the ball, and then he's waiting to get hit. Turns around, nobody there. Finally gets moving up the field and picks up the first down. He is the one guy that when you think about someone who can, now he was split out there, but from the backfield who can do some things that Brady's used to with a guy like James White in New England. McCoy is that guy. It's just a matter of getting him on the field and keeping him healthy.
First down and goal. Handoff here to Jones, who is really developing a reputation for a big physical back. Came into this game with 359 yards rushing, 221 of those yards after contact. He is thick and strong. Second and goal.
Oh, Tom Brady's not in the Patriots. Oh, man. Patriots was cool.
Brady keeps. Set up a screen for Godwin. Well played. That was Josh Jackson who came through. Preston Smith helped out. He ends up getting the tackle. But Josh Jackson was the one who made that play.
And Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady are my top 2 best players, favorite players.
He had 10 starts as a rookie. And then last year, he essentially didn't play defense. He was pretty much only on special teams. I guess he was in the doghouse and hasn't been used much and hadn't played much this year. But he's made some plays here in this first half.
Evans now at the top of the screen. Brady likes to look his way as Tom steps up, throws, end zone, pass caught. Touchdown.
Oh my God, another touchdown for the Buccaneers. This is bad. This is very bad. It's 10 to 20.
We talked about Tom's footwork with the snaps, and here's an example why. I mean, look at it. The ball's low. This is unnerving for a quarterback. When you're trying to get the football, get your eyes back up the field and locate safeties and know exactly what it is that you got. And yet he's got one-on-one with Tyler Johnson. It's a really excellent route by him. But, Brady's gone to that stance. He says he wants more of an athletic position, but usually when you go to that stance as a quarterback, it's because the snaps are coming in a little hot. And that one was low. He was playing shortstop to field it. but a great job in finishing off that drive and scoring the touchdown.
Tyler Johnson's impressive. 5th-round pick from Minnesota, had big numbers in college, missed the bulk of camp. He's been playing catch-up ever since. And he's got his first NFL touchdown here.
I think he's a good player. He's gotten his chances, like you say. He's a big target. You know, he does some good things. He was a 3-year starter in Minnesota. We saw him last Thursday night. I think they're checking, Joe, to see if he stepped out of the back of the end zone here. And no, he does not. So I'm not sure why this is taking so long.
Me either. I mean, that's as clear as it gets. Tyler Johnson doesn't look concerned either. Now they confirm it's a touchdown.
You know, they had 3rd-round grades on him, and they saw him in a bowl game. He was working over a guy who went ultimately in the 1st round. And so, heck, they got him in the 5th. I mean, it was a steal in their minds based on the grades they had him going into the draft.
For Tyler Johnson, his first career
Now it's
touchdown.
10-21.
Throwing it to him, his 554th career touchdown. He got the snap. It was low from Jensen. Recovered. Found Johnson. Put his team up 11.
I can't believe it.
What? In our new house?
Well, the Buccaneers have outscored the Packers 21-0 in the last 8 minutes, 7 seconds. Tampa Bay got 2 touchdowns within 100 seconds. One by the defense, Jamel Dean. Then the second interception thrown by Aaron Rodgers. Mike Edwards did the honor, and Ronald Jones pounded it in. And now a good old-fashioned drive down the field, engineered by Tom Brady, and it's 21-10. Aaron Rodgers has been under some pressure here in this one.
Yeah, he has. You're talking about a quarterback who, through the first 4 games, is going to find a way to not let him get comfortable. Whether that's through the blitz, whether it's 4-man rushes, but he's not going to let you just sit back there.
Set up my dad.
He was able to do that,
His
and
case.
now he's starting to come up with some different concepts, and he's getting to them.
The same case as
Handoff to
mine.
Jones, and a nice run as he rolls on a
He has
body
same
after
son.
32.
Well, becomes a really important possession right now for Green Bay. I mean, they had total control of this football game until the pick six by Jamel Dean, and now everything's worked against them. You've got a rattled Aaron Rodgers. He misses Mercedes Lewis on what would have been a huge play, if not a touchdown. And now, when you're talking about 4 minutes left in this half, Tampa Bay gets the ball to start the second half, so they have a chance to go down there and at least come away and cut this lead that Tampa has if they're able to generate some offense.
Play action from Rodgers, who wants to launch, and he does. Downfield, and it's not there. Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
This pass defense by Tampa Bay has been really good. The linebackers get underneath Devontae Adams. You see Levante David right there, and he does an excellent job of taking that away. And there was two defenders back here. You got Carlton Davis and then Antoine Winfield, and there really wasn't much there, but there was nowhere else for Rodgers to go, so he just decides to take a shot. But this defense has really stepped up when they needed them most.
I'll be right back. I'll end the live stream or pause it. So yeah.